Steve Ron and the banger.
Hello, welcome. This is 6 Yard Box. The Premier League is back, as you all know. If you don't know, I don't know where you've been. Premier League is back. It's all about football again. And, we are back in, games coming. They come fast. There's so many games played over the weekend, full fixtures for the weekend. It's so good that the Premier League is back. I'm really, really happy. Looking forward to the games coming. It kicked off on a Friday with a game between Arsenal and Crystal Palace. Arsenal came into the game after a very, very good pre-season. We had a beat Chelsea 4-0, beat Seville 6, and they played really, really well in this game against Crystal Palace. Palace had a little bit of some problems in terms of pre-season. We had two sides, the team were separated into two, and some team flying, some players flying to the States to play in a friendly, and some were training back home in London. So there was a bit of a what do you call it? A bit of a what do you call it? I'll say a little bit of a uh, issue in terms of pre-season preparation for Crystal Palace. But the two sides get into this game, and sometimes pre-season, the new season starts, and some clubs are behind in terms of fitness. Some are, just about ripe for the start of the season, and some, some get fit 6 or 7 games into the season. So, but these two teams were very good. Arsenal started really well, really solid, played a lot of good football, controlled the game, dominated for like 25 minutes. I thought they were going to run away with it. Palace looks like they were struggling. They couldn't get out. They couldn't get an outlet. The ball kept coming back. And Arsenal got the goal through Martinelli, although he missed another chance. He missed a tap-in, really. He missed that one. But Arsenal played well, really, really impressed with the first 25 to 30 minutes. Then Palace came into the game, and Palace had a couple of chances, very good chances. Eze, one-on-one, he missed it. And, I think that was the pattern for the game, for most of the game, until Bukayo Saka scored the second goal for Arsenal. Arsenal defended really well as well. They were solid. They were really defensively. They were very good. Saliba had a lot of stuff talked about him before this game. A lot of Arsenal fans were going crazy about Saliba in the pre-season, and yeah, he was solid. He was very good, quick, strong, and he looks like a Premier League player. But it's only one game, but he looks very good in this game. So Arsenal played really well, and deserved. I think overall they deserved the win. I think Palace played well as well. If it was a draw, they would have been really happy with that. And that was the first game on the Friday. Then we go on to Saturday, early morning kickoff on Saturday, 12 p.m. kickoff. I think it was. It was Fulham and Liverpool. It was a cracking game. I actually missed it. I was keeping up with the results. Saw it with some highlights. I was, it was a very busy day on Saturday for me, so I couldn't watch any of the games, and I saw the highlights. And as Fulham played really well, hit the post twice. Liverpool, you can tell they are not up to, it's the right time to play them because they're just coming into the season, and Fulham had won the game. Nobody would have complained. It was a good game to watch end to end. Salah scored. Nunes scored as well, and Fulham played really well. They had a lot of the ball. They pressed Liverpool really high. They were high intensity throughout most of the games. Sorry, and then they definitely, I think, deserved the 2-2 draw. Then going on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, Bournemouth against Villa. I didn't expect the game to go the way it went. Villa came into that game with a couple of signings. I think Bournemouth signed only 2 players. The manager was complaining before the season, and his players came onto the pitch and played really well. And they really put Villa away, to be honest. Scored 2 goals. I saw the highlights. Played really well, actually. They could have, played really well, controlled the game as well. And Villa lost that one 2-0 to Bournemouth. And then we will go on to the Newcastle Forest game. 2-0 to Newcastle. Newcastle are going to be really problems for teams this year. The squad is getting the players they bought in January, getting used to the team, the manager, the house, a good manager. And they play good football as well. There was the crowd is crazy, the fans, they are behind the team, and they played well. Forest, young, energetic. I don't know how many new players. I think they've got about 12 new players. I'm not sure how many played on Saturday. But yeah, they couldn't beat Newcastle. I thought that game was going to be very good as well. And I think and that's what I said about the Premier League. You make a mistake, you get punished, and mistake from Ben Mee, and the first goal went in from Shah. Is this Shah? Yeah, Shah. I think it was his name. The defender, Swedish defender or Switzerland. I think he's from Switzerland. And then they scored the first goal. A second goal was by Wilson, and it was 2-0 to Newcastle. Then over to Tottenham. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff as well. We were gonna do that one watch along, but we couldn't just for too busy that day. We couldn't get around to doing it. Apologies on that one. But Tottenham won 4 goals to 1. They went and go down after a couple of minutes from James Ward-Prowse. He always creates a lot of problem for Tottenham when he played and against Tottenham. And Tottenham came back with 2 good goals, one from Session on the far post, the wing backs, and then Dyer with a flying header as well. And then it was Kulicheski just running the show. Really good, tricky, to the box of tricks. And he's going to be one hell of a player for Tottenham this season. I expect him to really push on this season. And the third season is always going to be better as well. So, yeah, that was good from Kulicheski. And Tottenham won by 4 goals to 1. Then we move on to the 3 o'clock kickoff on that Saturday. Leeds United taking on Wolves. It was a good game as well. Nice capacity crowd. Leeds is very, the fans are out, small pitch, they make a lot of noise. And Leeds played really well. I saw some bits of the game. I think Wolves scored for first through Podence, and Leeds equalized to, I think it was Harrison. And then I can't remember who scored the winning goal for Leeds. Or maybe Harrison scored the winning goal. Yeah, they equalized to Rodrigo and Harrison scored the winning goal. I think it was keeper made a mistake on that side and ball squeezed past him on the near post. It was a goalkeeping error, I think, for that goal. Leeds looked good. I think they were going to struggle. I thought they were going to struggle this season, but they looked good in this first game of the season. There's a bit of a problem between the 2 managers. I don't know what went wrong there towards the end, at the end of the game. But it was a good game. It was a good game. Leeds came out victorious with a 2-1 victory. Then we go on to the Sunday game, Everton-Chelsea. No, 5 o'clock game on a Saturday. Everton-Chelsea. Didn't really watch that as well. Saw the highlights. Everton played their part. I think Chelsea, you can see they're missing a striker. They've got that striker missing. They need a focal point. I think Warner is going back to RP Leipzig and Leipzig. Is it Leipzig or I can't even pronounce it, but somebody should let me know how you pronounce it. And I think, they missed that focal point, but they still managed to win the game from a penalty after Dakore brought down. I can't remember who he brought down in the box, and Jorginho took the penalty, and Chelsea got the victory. So yeah, Chelsea got the victory. Then we've gone to the Sunday games. Leicester City taking on Brentford. That was a 2-2 draw. Leicester came out of the blocks flying with 2 goals. I think it was Madison, and I can't remember who scored the other goal now. I saw the highlights, but I can't remember who scored the goals. But Leicester, they didn't sign any player. I think they're the only club that didn't sign any player. They lost Schmeichel as well. But they played well in this game. I saw the game, they played well. Leicester played really well. The second one was a header from Casanig. What's his name again? Can't remember his name. He's a Belgian player. I can't remember his name. But he scored the second goal. He scored the first goal with the header. I think James Maddison scored one. One with a volley. And from outside the box, I think. And he played really well as well. He played really well. I can see why Tottenham want him. And Arsenal want him as well. He played really well. Just, just the calm in behind the front players. And yeah, Leicester thought they were going to win, but Brentford came back into the game. Brentford really, really fought out for this point. They got a goal through Ivan Toney. The Pochers goal, the ball came down, he chested it between 2 defenders and he smashed it in with his left foot. And they got a cracker for their equalizer. I can't remember the guy's name now. Yeah, the midfielder, he's been out. I think he was out for quite a while with some hip injury, and he thought he was going to give up football, but he fought really hard to come back into the game. And what a cracker from him from outside the box, and got Brentford a point. And yeah, the whole idea is to get a first game of the season. You don't want to lose it. You want to at least get a draw or get a win, and that builds momentum going into the next what do you call it? Builds momentum going into the next game, because you don't want to get into this thing where you start off with a defeat. Then we go on to the Manchester United game at 2 p.m. as well. Manchester United versus Brighton. Saw this game, watched it from the beginning to the end. It was a good game. United started really well. First 10, 15 minutes played really well, or 20 minutes, and then Brighton got into it. United had a couple of chances which they didn't take, but Brighton after that just dominated, played good football, scored 2 beautiful goals. The second one was a build-up from the back. They passed the ball around from the back, played it wide. They're so, the Brighton, I think most people, I don't think they're giving Brighton enough credit for that game at Old Trafford on the first day of the season, where the stadium is packed with a new coach from Manchester United, and Brighton played them off the park, especially in the second half. They played the ball, passed the ball in the right areas. They put the pressure on. They make little triangles. They're always looking to pass that ball forward. And I must mention Daniel Welbeck. He was incredible in this game. His first touch, the ball was sticking, was holding up play. This guy had 2 defenders around him. He hold up the ball, pass it, play to supporting players. And I was really impressed by Brighton. They sold Bissouma, but they got this, what's his name in midfield? I can't remember this guy's name in midfield, but he was incredible, man. This young guy, I think they bought him a couple of seasons ago and sent him on loan. He dominated that midfield, big, strong. And, Brighton, they always start well. I remember last season as well, they went on a good run. There was a time they were like second in the table or even first on the table or something like that. So they can keep up the energy. They need a goal scorer. They need a striker. I think that has been their problem. Will Danny Welbeck scored them 20 goals this season? I don't think so, because I think he gets injured as well. But this was a good start for Brighton. The manager is a top manager. I love him at Tottenham when Conte leaves, but he's a top manager. He's a very good manager. And then we move on to the 5 o'clock kickoff. So the 4:00, 4:30 kickoff on Sunday. City versus West Ham. West Ham came out, but they just couldn't. City just really, really dominated. played, the way City play, keeps the ball. They push their right wing backs into midfield as well, just to dominate that midfield. Even Pep said it after the game that they controlled the midfield and they had to dominate with more bodies in midfield. That's the way City play. And the only way you're going to break that is when you break quickly. West Ham didn't quite have the pace to break that press when they lose the ball. And the only way you do that is you have to get, when you get the ball, you go pass it quickly into midfield, and then you go have runners left to right, and to come and do that damage. And it was they had a couple of chances West Ham, but the more that game goes on, you're gonna get tired and you eat as well. And we saw the new boy for City, Halaand, scoring Erling Haaland, scoring his first goal. And that was the first time I watched him play. I've never seen him play like a full. I saw him a little bit in the Champions League for Dortmund, but this was the first time that I actually watched the whole game. And that first goal was the thing that shocked me, that in terms of the pace, when the ball came to him, he didn't go to the ball, he just ran, created that space, the ball was played through, and that space in that short burst of pace, that's what's going to finish so many defenders in this league. And it was a pen. It was brought down by the keeper. He took the ball, finished really well for his first goal in the Premier League. And West Ham couldn't just get the ball. They couldn't control the game. They kept giving the ball back. They had no threat going the other way in terms of pace. And second goal came, was the same thing. The ball was played through the middle as well. He was that burst of pace through the middle, and he just Haaland just finished really well. And 2 goals in the first game of the season, you can't really go wrong with for your new club. I think he's going to be a good player. Before I was thinking, because there was a lot of hype about him, but just seeing what he did against West Ham, that first goal against West Ham is going to be electric in this league. I can't wait to watch him play more. And City start off to a good win. So that was definitely a good victory for City. I think they played well as well. They dominated the play. And and that was that was the first week in the Premier League, which was very good. It's good. The weather was nice as well. So yeah, it was very interesting. Loads of good play, intensity from most of the teams. Fitness level, some teams will be catching up, obviously. But it was a good way to start the Premier League. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, 6 Yard Box. Watch out for all our content. We got more stuff coming out. Premier League is back. We got the Premier League preview, Premier League review. This is the review, Premier League EPL review, where we look at the game before the game in the game played over the weekend. We got the Sunday newspaper back page. That's on every Sunday. And we got the commentary box as well. That one coming very soon as well. We got the podcast, Footy Mad Podcast. That one is episode 3 is out now. You can watch that one. So yeah, we've got loads more stuff as well. We got some transfer news as well. That one as well will be out as soon as we get some new some news for you. So this is the 6 Yard Box. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Really appreciate it if you could do that. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you next time. This is the Premier League review, and Premier League is back. Can't wait for the next couple of games coming up this weekend. I'll see you next time. Take care. God bless. And football is back.
Steve Ron and the banger.
J sticks on him.